and so. He never, never ever fail me, yeah. Father, you never ever fail me, yeah.
Never ever.
Lord, you never ever fail me.
He's not in the business of failing. Whatever he starts,
When I fall down,
he's able to complete.
safe and sound.
Yeah.
Never ever ever fail me.
He's not a man that he can lie.
Never ever ever fail me.
Oh my goodness, this is such an awful and awesome song. Not awful, but awesome song, yeah?
He never ever.
Blessed messenger never fails me yet. All right, good morning to you one and all, wherever you are at this time. Once you're locked into Classic and the GBN Network, good morning to you. It's indeed a joy and a pleasure to be in your company once again. We do this every morning, and it's just a good thing. It's a good feeling when we can connect like this. Yeah, it's really a good feeling. I look forward to this daily, man. All right, I hope you had a good night and that you're up and about and ready to face these challenges of the day. Yeah, it's, life is not easy. Life is tough. The problems, the struggles are real. Yeah, we have to deal with them on a daily basis. No escaping from that, but we've got what it takes. Yeah, we've got what it takes. We just got to delve deep inside, and you'd realize that, hey, I've made it. Nice. It's 24 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Let's get into the meat of the matter this morning. And of course, at this time we give you always a word of the day to stimulate your word power, your vocabulary. Yeah, so this morning it's no different. This morning we were looking at a noun, all right? Those of you who are doing the sciences in school or you did it in school, this is a nice word. I always, whenever I see these words, I remember my former biology teacher at McDonald College, Miss Ann Charles. Good morning, Miss and Mr. Charles. The word this morning is symbiosis. Symbiosis. S-Y-M-B-I-O-S-I-S. Like I said, it is a noun. And what it means, now in the field of biology, symbiosis refers to the relationship between two different kinds of living things that live together and depend on each other. In broader, in non-scientific context, symbiosis means a cooperative relationship, such as between two persons or groups. All right, so a symbiotic relationship is one where both parties benefit. We don't find much of that nowadays. We have a lot of parasitical relationships where one person wants to benefit or one thing wants to benefit. All right, not so much symbiosis. All right, where both parties, give and take, a sort of thing. We don't have that. We have parasitical relationships, a lot of that nowadays. We can use the word this way. A perfect symbiosis was at work between the cafe's co-owners, with Stephanie managing the day-to-day operations and Maria handling the finances. All right, that's an example of the use of the word symbiosis. Now let's look at the thought of the day. And the thought of the day goes like this. Know the true value of time. Snatch, seize, and enjoy every moment of it. No idleness, no laziness, no procrastination. Never put off till tomorrow what can be done today, or what you can do today. Same difference. Okay, I'll reiterate it. Know the true value of time. Snatch, seize, and enjoy every moment of it. No idleness, no laziness, no procrastination. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Why, you may ask? Because tomorrow is not promised, okay? Tomorrow is not promised. Ever so often, you know, you hear people saying, I'm going to do that tomorrow. And there are those folks who tell you, add the please God to it. You know, tomorrow, please God. If it pleases God that you see tomorrow, then so be it. But it's not promised, okay? It's not a must. It's not a right. It's a privilege. You're seeing tomorrow. You're seeing the next hour. It's a privilege. It's not a right. Don't bet on it. Because, like this, you can evaporate into thin air. You can be in the morgue. Yeah, you know, that's how serious it is. Saying good morning to you, Anne-Marie Thomas. She says, pleasant good morning, Mr. Innocent and the GBN family. Also, Catherine Phillip. Catherine says, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Have a wonderful and safe day, everyone. Same to you both. And yeah, that's a connection there with our Facebook users. All right. Good. So what's popping? What's popping this morning? Yeah, I hope everybody is all right. You know, life is tough. Always remember that. It's never easy. What's buzzing this morning? Well, of course, you know, it's evident. Execution-style killing. That's how it was referred to. It's believed that whoever is responsible arrived by boat, riddled a Grenadian man with multiple gunshots, and sailed away. Reports are that Jonathan received 6 bullets. Now, last night, the newscast was opened as a case that left Guav, the village of Gun Battle, in shock. You know, it is said that one man is in custody as the police opened their investigation. Oh my goodness. All right, what else is buzzing, you know? Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, he spoke about Tuesday's fatal shooting at Guav, and he did that yesterday in his speech as the chairman of the RSS. You know, it wasn't pleasant news, man, you know. You're inviting your counterparts, and in the midst of it, you have to report. We're not used to that, you know, but it is said it's not an isolated case because it's happening around the region, and eventually the chicken will come to roost. So, got to prepare ourselves for that. All right, Cyrus, we also see that Cyrus is, he has gotten additional charges. Now, still on the crime scene, law enforcement officers have laid additional gun-related charges against St. George's businessman Vaughn Cyrus. Last month, you would remember, he was arrested and charged in connection with a near-fatal shooting incident in the south of the island. Also buzzing this morning, RSS ministers meeting in Grenada. Grenada is keeping a close eye on crimes, and so too are other Caribbean islands. The issue took front and center stage yesterday as the regional security system gathered for a meeting in St. George. Also buzzing this morning, health and safety legislation. They have been calling for it, and the government says it's been listening. It's now ready to move forward with a number of labor issues. And within the labor issues will be encapsulated the issue of health and safety on the workplace. Also, GIS is to be restructured. Changes coming to broadcast entity near you. All right, GIS, I understand a regional firm has been contracted for the revitalization of the GIS. That's the Government Information Service. All right, good. So those are the stories that are buzzing this morning. And before we go, a quick look at the word of the day again. It is a noun, and it is symbiosis, symbiosis. In the field of biology, symbiosis, it refers to the relationship between two different kinds of living things that live together and depend on each other. In broader non-scientific context, symbiosis means a cooperative relationship, such as between two persons or group. And the thought of the day: know the true value of time. snatch, seize, and enjoy every moment of it. No idleness, no laziness, no procrastination. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. All right, so that's it for this segment, and yeah, that's it. We've got to break off. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather coming up here on Classic. Those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Mary Ebang says, good morning. Good morning to you, Mary. Folks, see you on the flip side of 7 for the conversation.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. It's believed that whoever is responsible arrived by boat, riddled a Grenadian man with multiple gunshot wounds, and sailed away. Tonight, we open the newscast with the case that has left the Guav village of gun battle in shock. One man was said to be in custody as the police opened their investigations. GBN's Christina John was on the beat today and sent us this report.
Bullet holes were pointed out to our news crew by villagers who are aggrieved following a shooting incident that eventually claimed the life of one of their comrades. According to sources, Jonathan Richards was shot multiple times last evening by an unknown gunman who later fled the scene. It is alleged that the perpetrator arrived by boat, committed the crime, and escaped through similar means. Villagers are questioning the motive behind this, describing Richards as someone who was making an adjustment to his life.
I'd like to clear up that Jonathan's death is not anything drug related or money related. You understand? It's just a matter of jealousy and greed, meaning that there is people who see you, they envy you and jealous you, but they don't even know what you've been through to get to that point. But it's not anything as money or drug related as they're trying to project.
And they don't hear no say nothing, you can't hear nothing from him. When everybody had their way, everybody had to do certain things to survive. And I talk to people and things just so more than friends and things. You don't come around like you see people like what they do in the crowd, you don't come around that. He done the end so he sells. How you move. Man, he don't like to talk to him.
When it's time of death, we all feel grievance. A cool element like that, just cool living around, moving around how the way nature runs. And then sadly, without unknown to any incident or whatever, he lost his life in that kind of way. It's a very tough and a sad time for us.
Residents believed the incident was no coincidence. A street light in the gun battle area was brought into focus.
Even because of the incident that happened that brings us in a sad position, we got a street light in the place we call gun battle, a normal, usual place where everyone comes. And there's a situation with it, like every quarter, maybe every 10 or 15 minutes, it goes off. And this incident what caused was a timing and a preparation, not because of the light being going off, and the situation occurred and caused grievance and happening in our country.
Police are actively investigating the circumstances leading to the death of 30-year-old unemployed Jonathan Richards of River Lane, Guelph, St. John. About 6:58 p.m. on Tuesday, March 21st, 2023, Police received reports of gunshots being fired at Upper Depredin Street, Gun Battle, Guelph, St. John. Subsequently, Jonathan Richards, who sustained several injuries believed to be gunshot wounds, was rushed to the General Hospital. He was pronounced dead on arrival. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. A postmortem will be conducted to determine the cause of death. Prior to this shooting incident, Richards was also involved in shooting and wounding of a minor a few years ago. Chrislina John, GBN News.
And still on the crime scene tonight, law enforcement officers have laid additional gun-related charges against St. George's businessman Vaughn Cyrus. Last month, he was arrested and charged in connection with a near-fatal shooting incident in the south of the island. Nisha Paul is on the legal beat and sends us this update.
Weeks after being denied bail and remanded to the Richmond Hill prison on a slew of gun-related charges in connection with a shooting incident at Montooth in Grand Anse on Independence Day, 27-year-old businessman Vaughn Cyrus finds himself facing additional gun-related charges in connection with another shooting incident that occurred in the nearby Wall Street area on the same day. On February 13, Chief Magistrate Teddy St. Louis remanded Cyrus on charges for attempted murder, possession of a firearm and ammunition, discharging a firearm, and damage to property. According to communication obtained from the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force on Monday, investigations into the near-fatal incident at Wall Street has resulted in Cyrus being slapped with additional charges for attempted non-capital murder, possession of a firearm, and possession of ammunition. The carnage man was brought before the St. George's No. 1 Magistrates Court last week Friday and was further remanded to His Majesty's prison until April 6th. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Grenada is keeping a close eye on crimes, and so too are other Caribbean islands. The issue took front and center stage today as the regional security system gathered for a meeting in St. George's. Let's go to Beverly Telesford, who covered the meeting at the Radisson Resort.
Members have been exchanging ideas and discussing best practices for enhancing security in the region. The meeting, which was held on Wednesday, aims to tackle transnational criminal activities as each member state face their own challenges with crimes. Executive Director of the RSS, Errington Sherlin, highlighted some of the organization's recent achievements.
We had 91 successful counter-drug missions that was supported by the Air Wing, which resulted in seizures of 918 kilograms of cocaine and 2,172 kilograms of marijuana. Our digital forensics lab completed or initiated 405 cases that were submitted by our member states as well as the Bahamas. We would have, through our asset recovery unit, mentored on live cases involving assets valued at over $95 million.
Chairman of the Regional Security System Council of Ministers and Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell, says the challenges exist, but the council is up to the task.
The vision is to bankrupt the criminals by removing their heartbeat, the money, the profit, or the assets involved in engineering or resulting from these criminal activities. To this end, the RSS Truth's Asset Recovery Unit, the ARU, in collaboration with the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, is working to implement the FATF 40 recommendations and 11 immediate outcomes across member states. Further, the ARU cooperates with other agencies such as CARICOM Impacts to develop capacity in asset recovery and financial investigations in the wider Caribbean region. Our citizenry can rest assured that the response mechanisms of the RSS, along with its international diplomatic relations and partnerships, will function effectively to counter current and emerging threats to our societies.
The RSS has worked with many international organizations which have supported and assisted crime-fighting organizations such as the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Task Force and the Caribbean Development Bank. CDB President Dr. Hyginus Leon told the gathering that security is the heart of regional development, and as such, leaders need to start a new approach today.
propose, therefore, that we move away from the current structure of bilateral support and discussions to a transformative agenda which puts regionally owned cooperative solutions and integration at the heart of security preparedness. There is no denying that such a transformative agenda will lead to improved conditions for sustaining economic growth and development from a regional perspective. This transformation agenda that I speak of is urgent. Let's start it today. Not tomorrow, not next year. Today.
The regional security system was created in the early 1970s, 1980s. It was born out of a need for a collective response to security threats which were impacting the stability of the Caribbean region. The 40th meeting of the Council Ministers for the Regional Security System was held at the Grenada Room at the Radisson Beach Resort. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
This is Network News. The Financial Intelligence Unit of the Royal Grenada Police Force is warning of fraudulent acts being committed locally. Director of the FIU, Brandon Latouche, explains.
Informed of an actively emerging fraudulent scheme locally, where credit and debit cards details are captured and then used to facilitate unauthorized online and point-of-sale transactions. We therefore take this opportunity to advise you to exercise serious caution as it relates to securing your cards. This includes locking your vehicles and other personal space and ensuring that valuables are not left in plain view. Also, review your card transactions online regularly so that you are aware of any unauthorized usage and report same to your financial institution.
The officer warns members of the public to be vigilant when sending funds abroad for whatever purpose, especially via wire transfer.
Send money only to people that you know. Know the risks involved in sending money to invest in cryptocurrency via exchanges such as, but not limited to, Binance, Coinbase, Huobi, Kraken, Bithumb, Bitfinex. These investments are highly volatile, which could result in significant losses to you.
Director Latouche also brought to light the circulation of counterfeit notes.
The public is hereby informed that we have received multiple reports of U.S. counterfeit bills, in particular the U.S. $100 note, currently in circulation in mainland Grenada and in the sister isle of Carriacou. We therefore urging local businesses and individuals to exercise extreme caution and vigilance when receiving or handling U.S. currency. It is further advised that individuals and businesses alike take this opportunity to familiarize themselves and staff with the various security measures, features, and watermarks. Please note that if you are in receipt of any suspected counterfeit monies or have encountered anyone attempting to circulate same into our local markets, that you should report it to the Criminal Investigations Department, CID, or the Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU, immediately.
And a lotto jackpot winner walks away with $366,000. More in this report.
1 week ago, he might have been wishing for some form of good luck. Today, 84-year-old George Fisher of Pomeroy St. David sings the praises of the Lottery Authority of Grenada, which has come forward as his pot of gold at the end of his rainbow of dreams. Fisher is the latest jackpot winner, banking $366,000. Mr. Fisher is just a few weeks shy of his 85th birthday. The 84-year-old Pomeroy resident bought the ticket last week, Monday. Today, he was represented at the handover ceremony by his friend Irvin Mitchell.
I must say that first, I love sports. So whenever, for example, Lotto supports sports, vision building and culture, which is very good for Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Market. So as a result of that, I play Lotto.
Okay, good.
As relates to Mr. George Fisher. I'm very happy for him, but I also wish it was me personally that expect him to do anything foolishly with it.
Right. You did confess to us.
Yes.
No, he confessed to us that he borrowed the money from you to buy the tickets.
Yes.
So, okay then.
It was a proud moment for the new manager at the National Lotteries Authority, Miss Cindy Henry.
Giving back and handing over jackpots is what we do best. The uniqueness of playing the games of the National Lotteries Authority is that everyone benefits. You win prizes, you win giveaways, and Grenada in turn wins sponsorship in all areas, including sports, culture, and national building activities. Now, we are very excited to hand over this jackpot. We believe this winning will make a worthy contribution in the life of that individual, his family, and his community.
The winning ticket was purchased at Asog Foods in Calivini, St. George, and the authority showed its appreciation by presenting a certificate to its representative, Ms. Cullian Francis. Christina John, GBN News.
The Ministry of Labor seems to finally be listening to those who've been calling for changes to various aspects of the labor code. It's moving on two key fronts. Look at the details in this dispatch.
For just over a decade, Grenada has functioned with what some consider to be archaic labor laws. Trade unions and workers have been clamoring for change. The issue was brought up during the recent town hall meeting organized by the government.
Now, I believe, I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I think the labor code dates to the 1990s. And the world has greatly moved on as it relates to workers' rights, working terms, and conditions. And I really want to see the government look at doing something to improve the working conditions and working terms for the people, the working class of Grenada. And along with that, something we need to look at is a serious occupational safety and health legislation. I've worked in construction work for many years in this country, and I've worked on some scaffolds that were straws and twigs and straw strung together with glue. And when the wind blows, it sways left and right. And these things are not good. We need real occupational safety and health for our people. Too many of us work in dangerous workplaces. We're afraid to speak up. Something needs to be done about that.
In addition to safety in the workplace, the government is being called upon to address wages and remuneration. Labor Minister Claudette Joseph said that is also on the cards.
Currently in the process of reviewing the entire labor code. And you are correct, the labor code dates back to 1999. There were a few small amendments along the way. So along with the Wages Advisory Committee, the Labor Advisory Board was also set up in September thereabout, and they are also in the advanced stages of reviewing the code and making recommendations to the government for improvement, and that includes occupational health and safety policy that would be put forward. So these matters are attended to.
The Labor Advisory Committee is being headed by economist Curlin Gilchrist. Members include representatives of the Chamber of Commerce, the Employers Federation, and the Labor Movement. The Wages Advisory Board was reconstituted on September 1st last year and has a 3-year mandate. Dr. Gilchrist and team have been mandated to begin a series of consultations with major stakeholders with a view to revising and broadening the scope of the minimum wage order, which has not been reviewed in the last 11 years. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
We hear the negatives so often that it could seem like all we carry are burdens. But tonight's ISAW report shows what can be achieved when a community gets together.
Shortly after midday on Wednesday, GBN received footage of a huge tree which fell across the road in Pitibakai, St. David. This rendered the road impassable on both sides, and vehicles having to turn back. People in the area quickly got to work with machetes and a chainsaw to remove the tree bit by bit from the road. Our ISOL line is always open for your submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop at Southern Electrical for all your security camera needs. We offer a wide variety of cameras such as solar cameras with or without light, 4G cameras, Wi-Fi and PoE kits, 4, 8, and 16 channel, replacement cameras for PoE, standalone Wi-Fi cameras, floodlights with cameras, watch cameras, pen cameras, and much more. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grandin, St. George. Let us help you with your security needs. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality products.
Health, are you ready? Good. At the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, we have prioritized as well as branded the year 2023 as the year of mental health and wellness. So we are extremely excited about it. Staff is excited about it. So thank you very much. Let's rock.
Shift the paradigm. Mobilize and get back
Grenada. This is the big one. The countdown has begun for the grand launch of Project Grenada Shifts. Safer, healthier, innovative moves for a transformative society. This mega event takes place on Thursday, 23rd March at Lassages Plainfield, St. David, with a massive health and wellness fair from 12 noon. A wellness walk from 5 p.m. led by Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and Health Minister Senator, the Honorable Jonathan Lecret, from the St. David Health Center to Lassages Plainfield. Fitness drills, health screenings, loads of entertainment, and much more, all powered by Wakati Sound System. So register early to get your t-shirts and paraphernalia by contacting the Ministry of Health on telephone 440-2649, extension 21021, or the St. David Health Center at 444-6249. Mark your calendars and join us. Move that body. Take full control of your health and wellness. This event is organized by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs.
Granny James blazed the tracks at the National Stadium. Anderson Peters dominated at the same venue. Both were elite athletes before moving on to the international circuit. Grenada, the pursuit of glory has returned as secondary schools are back on the track and in the field. And GBN is here to shine the spotlight on our emerging stars. Join us for the live broadcast of the annual Intercall Games on GBN television. Coverage begins 9 a.m. on March 28th. 3 days, 74 events, 23 schools, 2 champions to be crowned. Republic Bank Inter-Secondary Schools Athletics Championship, March 28th, 29th, and the 30th at the Grenada James Athletic Stadium. GBN, with you, everywhere and anywhere.
Made possible by Guardian General Insurance, Rubis, get going, Dasani Water and Power Aid, and the National Lotteries Authority.
And engage with the experts, help to find common solutions for common problems during this COVID situation. We fight it to protect our livelihood across the nation. This is for we to learn, share ideas and concerns, to live life like we deserve. We must change we mindset first, build strong economies, closer societies. We all have a duty. CEF is for me and you. Beyond COVID, CEF is for me and you. Caribbean Economic Forum.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Good morning, and welcome to this segment of the conversation for today, Thursday. Can you imagine it's already the 23rd of the month? Time is really waiting on no one. Folks, do not procrastinate. Whatever you've got to do, do it today. All right? Because tomorrow is not promised. All right, let's take a quick peek into what's happening on our Facebook page. Alison Cox Asplan says, "Good morning to all. It is a beautiful day today and I am feeling well. Hope the same with you, Mr. Innocent. Yes, I'm feeling well. Not as well as I should be, but I am feeling well. And he says, yes, that is true, because all we have is now. Tomorrow is another day. Lydia Cameron says, Innocent, good morning to you, and have yourself a blessed and a safe day. Same to you, Lydia. Donna Robert Alexis says, good morning. Good morning to you, Donna. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Pidi Martinique. Blessings to all on this thankful Thursday. Have a blessed, wonderful, safe day ahead, everyone, all the way from New York. Thank you for being a part with us this morning. All right, so let's go back to this, reminding you that the word for today was the word symbiosis, and it refers to a relationship between two different kinds of living things that live together and depend on each other. That's in biology. However, in a broader non-scientific context, symbiosis means a cooperative relationship, such as between two persons or groups. All right, and the thought of the day: know the true value of time. Snatch, seize, and enjoy every moment of it. No idleness, no laziness, no procrastination. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. All right, the talking point this morning, all right, I am pondering whether we should go back there, but it is a burning concern. The true revelation hasn't come out as yet, all right? However, it is believed that whatever or whoever was responsible for that gruesome murder, that execution-style killing that took place in gun battle on Tuesday night, it is believed that the person arrived by boat, all right? They riddled Jonathan and sailed away. That is what is believed. Now, how do we tackle this? What can be done in this situation? Is it a situation of border control? Is it a case where anyone can just ride in and ride out, be it for good or for bad? What is it? How do we tackle this? How do we tackle this as a people? Prime Minister also with responsibility for national security. We heard him elaborate on methods that will be enforced as it relates to controlling crime. I heard him yesterday speaking to the fact that they are going to get to the heart of this sort of criminal activities by going after the finances of those involved in, illicit trade, to wit drugs and ammunition and so forth. But how do we prepare ourselves for these sort of instances where someone can ride in, do what they do, and ride out? What steps can be taken? What can be done to alleviate or to prevent such things from happening? And it seems, it's unfortunate. I know one of my caller a couple of days ago said that, why are we amplifying this thing? Why is it that we're talking about so much of the criminal situation? But here it is again. We have another story where we're seeing additional charges being laid on St. George's businessman as it relates to that near fatal shooting incident that took place in the south of the island earlier in the year. All right, so how do we tackle this? It's not a story. It's not something that we can sweep under the carpet. It can't be swept like that. We have to come up with strategic methods, strategic plans to deal with it. And it cannot be left wholly and solely in the hands of the authority. As a people, we need to cooperate. We need to report things. We need, you understand what I'm saying? So I would love to hear from you. We're making it as brief as possible, but we want to get substance in your suggestions. What do you think can be done? Give us a call, 435-2041. You can also make your comments on our Facebook page or our WhatsApp platform. Let's hear from you. In case you're wondering the time, it's 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. And in speaking, it doesn't necessarily have to be related to that incident in question. But in your neck of the woods, in your community, crime and violence is not isolated to Guave or St. George's. Crime and violence occurs everywhere. What suggestions can you make? What would you like to see happen? What would you like to see implemented? Give us a call. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
No, you're not going to left in Grenada. It's too much.
Could you repeat that, please?
There was a guns that left back in Pierre time.
Okay.
Pierre, you have Grenada, how it is in this country, all this guns. Pierre, you have guns in Grenada, all about the place still. Guns in Grenada. All about Grenada.
Okay, so we know what the problem is. We were looking for solutions this morning.
Solution, that problem was so easy. It's not about laws, not laws, or jail, not jail. That problem will be
not very many problems have easy solutions, but you can't tell me one cannot be resolved. It can be solved. What if you were given the mandate to deal with this situation? What can you do? What do you think you'd do?
What do you put security around, see you as Coast Guard around the area?
So you see, you have the idea.
You are Coast Guard, but Coast Guard won't be all about. That ain't going to solve easy.
Okay.
Mankind just get terrible. And when woman, money and things, and other things doesn't work. When the woman money and you pay man, the man coming for you, and then come pay and deal with you,
All right.
But man get greedy. But guns in Grenada, all about it. Yeah, guns all about Grenada, boss man.
Mm-hmm.
Pay left back.
Okay. All right, thank you, caller.
Nice deal.
All right,
the hot task in any case,
Okay.
It'll be easy.
All right, then. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, 435-2041. Let's hear from you. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Okay, I think this problem it may not be able to solve permanently, but I believe it could be curtailed to the point where it could be managed to a certain extent.
Okay, tell me how.
And I look at it, we can start small. With the 4 Windward Islands put together, Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, because we are the 4 islands that less developed than the rest of them, including Jamaica, Trinidad, and the rest where crime is high. I believe these 4 islands could come together, just as how they did in the banana trade, and they all work together, one island at a time. So you have intelligence, you can get help from the FBI or for Scotland Yard, and you push each island out. Now you give the people the amnesty for a period of time. So who have arms and ammunition, who you know of anyone who have arms and ammunition that is illegal, you can give them a time to bring it in. It could be, you can reach the point where you said, this is it. We reach a point, after this, anybody caught with arms and ammunition, it will be confiscated and you will be taken to court and whatever judgment, 10 years, whatever years you give them in jail.
Do you think, I like this direction, but in a previous conversation, I can't remember how long ago it was, someone was suggesting that in some other Caribbean territory, they were saying guns for money. So you bring in your guns and you get money in return as an incentive, as a motivation. Do you subscribe to that theory as well?
I will probably not. For the simple reason that you can try to solve one problem and you create a next. So somebody who may have guns and ammunition, somebody know to have access to it, and then they go and steal the guns and ammunition in order to get money for it. And then the person in question then turn around and retaliate for that. So you don't want that.
Okay.
I wouldn't subscribe to that.
So you give a moratorium, and at the end of it, that's it. You stand the full blunt of the law.
Yes. So eventually, at the end of the day, when you finish with these 4 islands, if the system work according to the way I probably feel it might be able to work within the 4, and I say you do 1 island at a time, but they come together, the 4 islands come together, and so whatever it costs, whatever it takes, because at the end of the day, we 4 are going to be, we're going to have problems in terms of our development, in terms of tourism and etc. So let's work together, the 4 islands, and then from there, if that system works, then it can go then to Trinidad, and then they could branch on to Jamaica or wherever else crime is high.
So in essence, if we try that and it works, it can be used as a prototype around the region.
Around the world.
Okay, good. I like this.
Okay.
Thank you, caller.
That's just my take on it anyhow.
Well, that's what I wanted, your take.
Okay.
Have a good one.
All right, thank you.
All right, good. Folks, it's 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Quickly looking at our Facebook page. Diane Thomas says, caller, are you suggesting that the guns are the same ones left by the Revo? All right. Yulin Alexander says, things will have to be put in place for border security. It's just too much for free access coming into our shores. Do something ASAP. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
How are you?
I am good.
You're a breath of fresh air this morning.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Innocent, I'm a bit taken aback. I'm a listener. I love to listen. I carry a radio all the time, so I listen to all information and a lot of different programs. And I was a bit taken aback to learn that this incident in Gov occurred on Tuesday. On Wednesday, with the meeting of the regional leaders, Deacon, our Prime Minister, made an announcement, addressed it. And last night, I'm listening to the narrative, and I'm hearing that the moderator or the host of the show and Ms. Jenny saying that, how this thing is happening here, and the Prime Minister in his capacity as national security didn't address it. I mean, and it's really not nice when you have people of this caliber in the shows that is shown, all around, making these statements. You're talking Tuesday, Wednesday, you was addressing it, today's Thursday. Let us be honest. Let us have open, honest discussion. And, I mean, this is a cause for concern. We need to help each other. Information is there to be given, but, I mean, let us investigate a little more and listen a little more and be prepared to learn. Because when you put out this information out there and, the narrative and people go with it as gospel, it really sends, a bad signal on the part of those that you are saying didn't address the situation.
Okay.
Have a good day, and thank you for taking my call.
You too, my dear, and we'll always do that. Have a good one. It's 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. Diane Thomas says, border security is essential, and I said it before, sunset legislation for anyone in possession of illegal arms and ammunition. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Innocent, this indeed is a disturbing development. But you know something? I still have that newspaper, the hard copy, when a student from McDonald College, a young lady that is, was killed, and it resembled execution style, in a sense. And I don't know how that case has panned out, if it's finished yet, but the pain I still feel from this, being a father of 4 girls. And, we have a Governor General who's a woman.
Yeah.
The thought that ran through my mind then, is it somebody of that caliber we got rid of?
Uh-huh.
So, and then with that situation in Guam now, and I asked also about that situation, what was the outcry? Is it only if it were my daughter I would want to take to the street? So this incident in Guam, the question that comes to me, Innocent, if the guy came from outside, is it people have been coming here, but only now because this crime is put down that it has gotten national attention? And so this is where all of us, I said before concerning the rising crime, there needs to be a national discussion. So now there is a high-profile crime has been put down. But what about those people who knew if that has been happening? People have been coming in here and doing things. You see, that's the point. Is that what has been happening? And people have been privy to it, have been condoning, embracing the thing, like I would say. But now a crime is done. Is it only now that it's worthy to be taken note of? Have a good day, Innocent.
Thank you very much, caller. I feel you. I feel the passion in your voice. Yeah, it's a tough one. All right, Lydia Cameron says, people have to come together. If you know somebody has a gun, report it to the authorities and let them take their place and do what they have to do. Let's go to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thanks. I think you're asking for a solution. The first thing we have to do is to learn to listen. We don't listen to each other. For years, I was talking about Laventil and Nova is coming here. And it's arrived. Maybe Kingston will come here just now. So we have to learn to listen and respect one another. Respect the messenger. Secondly, we need to become less reactive and more proactive. Most of what we do in this country is react. A boulder fall down, kill a lot of people, we react and forget it many years after. Somebody kills somebody, we get excited about it, make a noise, and we forget it. And we continue doing the thing that will perpetuate that along the way. Second, and thirdly, we need to, and I echo the last caller, but we need to have a national conversation. My organization, Friends of the Earth and Big Jump in New York, we staged a session at the end of January, young CBN, and the other maybe to help us to spread the thing. And they did not, after taking our information and using it for their own purpose. And then they have people saying, we need to spread that, that needs to be big. I mean, right, people from the States, there's a doctor that says that we are advanced than other people. That provokes, we believe, the decision of CARICOM to schedule that symposium on crime, which I don't think even most of the prime ministers believe anything will come out in Trinidad at the end of April. We need to be honest. We're not honest. And somebody said before them, and somebody trying to link the revolution with this thing. I mean, it's ridiculous and unfair. If the people who had access to guns as a result of their involvement in the revolution wanted to be violent, Grenada would not be at peace. After the revolution, people went back to normal thing, and whoever the Americans take the arms and things. So those are people who tend to complicate and fabricate things. They're utterly dishonest.
Okay.
The guns that are being used now are guns that are coming mainly from the United States. They're expensive equipment. How they're coming in? Who paying for it? These are things we need to ask. And some of those issues came up in the conference we had in January. It is recorded. If GBN wants, we can make it available for them, so they could use it wherever they want it.
Okay.
The ideas and solutions are there, but we don't want to listen to the messengers. We want to, play games like if we're in a theater or in a movie. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, caller. 28 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That's the time. Love Child Kim says, the police need to do a buy be back program in every station with no punishment by a date. After the date is expired, stiff penalty for anyone got caught with a gun. All right. Patricia Hutchinson says, pleasant good morning to GBN and loyal listeners, local and international. Enjoy your day. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, it was done in Carriacou with the Trinis coming in from the south to rob the credit union. These islands are open and vulnerable. Coilan Nash says, we need a Coast Guard to patrol our borders regularly, keep our country free from crime and violence. Good morning, caller.
Innocent, on a more serious note, I'm again calling on one of your callers who keeps bashing and lambasting and ridiculing Maurice Bishop. So I apologize to his family for the incorrect statements that you keep on making and trying to place a lot of blame at the foot of Maurice. Maurice was not the kind of criminal that she's trying to make him out to be.
Okay.
That's all I will say. He's a national hero and he deserves recognition as such.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. 26 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
God bless you. This is Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and I'm coming to the island of Spice. That's right. I'm coming to Grenada on Friday, April the 7th at 7 p.m. at the National Stadium. It's going to be a fantastic night of praise and worship that will bring glory to God and start a revival throughout Grenada. And I want to give special honor to all of the pastors that are working tirelessly throughout Grenada to make this possible. I come to pay honor to you as well. Don't forget, Friday, April the 7th at 7 p.m. at the National Stadium. Donnie McClurkin in concert in Grenada. I'll see you there.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Island Style's annual Easter clearance sale is here, and boy, do we have some exciting deals for you. Massive savings on tiles to be had, with discounts from 10 to 35% off on all tiles, store-wide. Buy all we have in a low stock model and watch your discounts skyrocket with a huge 15% off. Plus, get chip edge tiles for as low as $1. Yes, we're clearing out our old stock to bring in the new. And that's not all. The Easter Bunny has added extra savings on tubs, bathroom vanities, tile tools, and so much more. It won't get any better than this. Jump on these excellent deals and visit our Island Style showroom on Monroe Road in Grandans or call 439-TILE. That's 439-8453. Sale ends Holy Saturday. When you think tile, think Island Style.
Health, are you ready? Good. At the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, we have prioritized as well as branded the year 2023 as the year of mental health and wellness. So we are extremely excited about it. Staff is excited about it. So thank you very much. Let's rock.
Shift the paradigm, mobilize and get back
Grenada, this is the big one. The countdown has begun for the grand launch of Project Grenada.
All right, good morning once again and welcome back to the conversation. It's 23 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's head back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning to you, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Morning. My condolences to the family of the guy who has lost his life. We have to look at this thing in a very, constructive way and look at the context in which this thing is happening. First of all, our borders are very porous, and I am not sure that we have will ever have the manpower to protect our borders, especially from regional residents who should have access to our shores unimpeded. From the neighboring islands, and so I think there is free movement. So we have to understand how this works Secondly, I am a bit concerned. The news states, it describes the young man who died as being unemployed. Yet it also referred to him being involved in a shooting incident of a minor before. And to me, that opens my eyes to something. You're unemployed, you have guns. Because if he was involved in a shooting, then he has a gun. So to me, that was not a random act. It may have been someone who seems to be involving some sort of activity, and as our previous caller said, that probably folks may have, may be aware of and have not brought it to the public, or they may have condoned it or embraced it for whatever reason. So the whole context in which this is happening must be looked at. And as I've said before, if you're unemployed and you have a gun, I want you to tell me how that gun will enable you to complete a course in technical drawing or in electrical wiring or architecture or something like that. How does it help you to find a job? I just want folks to tell me how having a gun assists you in those ways. And when someone who unemployed has a gun, has been involved in a gun violence incident before, dies from a gun, you have to say probably who lives by the sword perished by the sword. It's sad to put it that way, but the fact is, as I said before, I empathize with his family. But we have to look for the deeper source of the problem. It was not a random act. The Prime Minister feels that it was somebody from outside. Why would someone from outside come and execute a resident? He didn't just personally fire. One person got all 6 shots, He didn't fire 6 shots and wounded 6 people. So we have to look at and as the folks spoke about, what we can do to try to reduce the possession of guns in our society. All shots were at one person, and we have to understand all that ways. We unpack everything we've heard, and don't generalize it too much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Have a good one.
Yes.
All right. All right, let's go back to our Facebook page. Alison Cox Asplan says, Innocent, if I remember right, there was an incident in Carriacou where a man attacked a bartender with a weapon and left the island by sea freely. My take is to deal with the big fish, where the guns are coming from and who are providing the little guys with guns. All right, Heaven Hill says, the shooting on Wall Street and Guelph are isolated incidents. In one case, the gunman is assumed to arrive by boat. We panic over 2 isolated shootings, while day-to-day people are killed, maimed, and brutally planased by the cutlass and killed by the hand strangulation and choking. Don't get distracted by the shock of guns. The issue really is violence by hands, cutlass, and now guns. Love Child Kim says, yes, caller, most guns coming to Grenada from the U.S. in barrel and in rice bags. Okay. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
How are you?
There.
All right, stay there.
We talking about the border protection is good, but as we remember last year, sometime December, they didn't get the guns from a speedboat, they get it from container. So it's a whole set of things to trail down that. But I'm wondering now, perhaps if we could talk to our people that are doing business with people outside of Grenada. In a sense, I remember that is not the first shoot-up. You remember a few years ago in what happened in Trenchtown, Grenville?
Yeah.
Innocent, you know how much young boys what live here and boat and say they're going in St. Vincent. We know if they go up, if they go down, others always remember this young man from Telescope, Velbot. That young man lives here and he go. They say he going in St. Vincent. Up to now, years now, we don't know him. So perhaps we may have to try to educate those who doing business to be honest. I find dishonest those cars gone to pull because, since some of us in this country here, we do a lot of wrong things. Yeah, some people, they will come when they come and they trust me little big and saltfish, send they passing all wrong too. Bossman don't pay them. And when I check the bossman telling them, don't lie on me, I'll get all the money, I'll eat the human food, pay the human. So a lot of business people does do a lot of wrong things and those things.
So in cases like that, you're supposed to pull a gun too, right?
Well, if you never know.
No, you can't do that.
Well, watch. The time when you eat the little thing, you come in nice in the morning, you eating your breakfast, you come in for lunch, and when time to pay, you give a story. That is too hot,
Yeah, it is.
So perhaps we could talk and ask them to be honest, those businessmen, and perhaps go to ease up. I don't know.
Okay.
Have a good morning.
Thanks for your suggestion, all right? Okay, let's take a look at what's happening on our WhatsApp platform. How do they know it was a sail in and sail away? I would say it sounds more like someone from Grenada taking out revenge on another Grenadian. This kind of reporting spurs the simple people exaggerating rumors and blaming our problems on anyone but us. Crime is crime. Take away the gun? Then what's next? Take away the knife? Then the axe? Cricket bat? A weapon is anything used to do harm. We need to remember it is the mind that leads to the violence, and how do we ban the mind of someone hell-bent on harming people? This is an attempt to inflame hate. Crime is low in Grenada, but will never fully disappear. Facts. As a good old friend of mine, Ruhan, would say facts. All right, another WhatsApp platform user says, "Good morning, Innocent and your followers. These problems cannot be solved by scratching the surface. Time to get to the roots. We must engage the Idlers Association. We must put a check on alcohol consumption, and we must find gainful employment or business for people so that they can curb the subculture that's developing. We also must face the hard fact that it is already far gone, and the solution lies in salvaging the children. Look around. What is there for children in Grenada? Only sports and carnival. These alone cannot mold all children into well-rounded adults. Finally, we need to find ways to close the gap between the rich and famous and the poor and vulnerable and green and yellow, so that our country could truly come together and work for Grenada." You need a consultancy job. Yeah, you need to be an advisor somewhere. I love this. All right, let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Hello?
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice.
Thank the Lord.
Good.
Innocent, no matter what we say, the problem is with the human person. All problems in the world are the human. And I said before, sociologists, psychologists, everybody dealing with the physical. They're not looking beyond the physical. But there is a major spiritual problem that exists with mankind. God himself, who created us, tried his best to solve that problem by giving his only son to die, so that those who receive him could be transformed. And unless that transformation, that is the transformation we need, a spiritual transformation. Getting all the laws, the world tied with laws, the world overflowing with laws. But crime and violence and decadence are increasing. So unless we turn back to God, no matter what we do, it wouldn't solve the problem.
But let me ask you this, caller. Isn't it written that coming to the end of time, these things shall be prevalent?
Yes, because man refused to turn to God. And so the devil, realizing his time is near, he has escalated his attacks on using human beings to steal, kill, and destroy. That is his job.
Okay.
And he don't use anything else but his human being. The same way God wants to use us. But the only how God could get us to be used of him is when we surrender our lives to Jesus Christ, be transformed, be changed, and we start allowing the Holy Spirit to use us, to win others, and to get rid of the problem. But as long as we don't surrender to Christ, there'll be no hope. Christ is the answer for the entire globe.
Okay. All right.
So unless we do that, we scream talking mud. We only talking, and we don't touch the part that is needful, repentance and turning to God. That is what is needed. If any man be in Christ, is a
new
creature.
All right.
All things are possible. All things have become new.
Right.
But if we don't want that, we could talk. Go ahead and talk. Continue talking. Talking don't change anything.
Okay, hear what? No, don't go yet. Hear what to do for me, all right? While we continue talking, you continue praying, okay? Continue praying. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Folks, we take a final commercial break in the program. When I come back after the break, I'll be joined by a colleague as we do the wrap on the program.
Health, are you ready? Good. At the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, we have prioritized as well as branded the year 2023 as the year of mental health and wellness. So we are extremely excited about it. Staff is excited about it. So thank you very much. Let's rock.
Shift the paradigm, mobilize and get
Grenada, this is the big one. The countdown has begun for the grand launch of Project Grenada Shifts. See for healthier, innovative moves for a transformative society. This mega event takes place on Thursday, 23rd March at Lassages Plainfield, St. David, with a massive health and wellness fair from 12 noon, a wellness walk from 5 p.m. led by Prime Minister the Honorable Deacon Mitchell and Health Minister Senator the Honorable Jonathan Lecret from the St. David Health Center to Lassages Plainfield. Fitness drills, health screenings, loads of entertainment, and much more, all powered by Wakati Sound System. So register early to get your t-shirts and paraphernalia by contacting the Ministry of Health on telephone 440-2649, extension 21021, or the St. David Health Center at 444-6249. Mark your calendars and join us. Move that body. Take full control of your health and wellness. This event is organized by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
All right, viewers and listeners, welcome back to the wrap on the conversation this morning. I am joined by my colleague Nisha. Good morning, Nisha.
Good morning, Innocent.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, and how are you?
I am gooder.
That's nicer.
That's that's the way we country people roll, you know? Yeah, impromptu like that. Nisha, on a serious note, what's your take on this current spate of crime in Grenada? I mean, I know it affects everyone because we're in the media, so we have first-hand information on it. What's your take on this?
It's horrible. It's horrible to see the state that Grenada is coming to. I really hope it does not continue, but it's something that is becoming, and it's becoming a norm.
Yeah.
And the people out there saying, "Oh, what you gonna do? It's happening in Trinidad. It's happening in Barbados. It's happening." So,
but we're not used to that.
Exactly.
We're not used to
exactly. And seeing that happening is just it's heartening. It's scary. You make me scared. I want to wonder if I could still sleep with my door open.
Of course you can.
No, it's very scary.
We have a caller on the line. Let's engage this caller. Good morning, caller. The caller got impatient and left.
Just before, if they come, we'll take it.
Yes.
Your last two callers, they were on point.
Okay.
One, the caller is saying that the guns are there, and the thing is, mind you, there's a saying that goes that not guns that kill people,
People kill people.
And then here comes the next caller saying we need to pray more.
Yeah, all right.
And that's exactly what we need to do, pray more.
Let's take this caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. No, the foundation of every help is Christ. No, when you talk about Christ, a lot of people want to push him out. Now, when you push the Creator out and you don't want his name in your mouth, what do you think happens eventually? Chaos. All these things will take place. So we need to acknowledge God, call upon him, do the things that is necessary. When he say, hear the words of the prophet and obey, and you shall be saved from perishing. When the prophets speak, they don't want to take heed to the words of the prophet of instruction. They want to do what they want. God is the head over the universe.
But caller, I like the direction you're going. So, what I'm trying to get at, right? Maybe the approach is wrong. Do we see pastors going in gun battle and sit down and reason with other than Pastor Stanford Simon and Bishop George Fletcher and Pastor Dave King and so forth? I cannot speak of many pastors engaging people at that level. So maybe we have to change our approach.
That is true. You're sure right. Because now you could notice that, at least I notice it myself. Now the people of God, they are lapsing. They're lapsing a lot. I don't know if it's the worldly system that takes them up and they gone astray, but they are lapsing, and this is a great problem too. Because if the head is not the example, you know eventually what happens in all.
All right.
So I think you're sure right.
Okay.
I agree with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Yeah,
I really couldn't agree with this caller more. Where is the church at this point in time? The conference of churches, where are they?
Yeah.
We're not hearing them. We're hearing the police. We're hearing the government. We're hearing the Minister for National Security. But where is the conference of churches at this time?
Yeah.
It's like they're failing us. Although they said we had to take care of ourselves, but they are failing us.
I wouldn't want to use one paintbrush to paint the whole building, because I know there are some pastors who do it, but I think the approach has to be different, because the church, how should I say it this way? The church has gotten worldly and the world has gotten churchy. So you find a lot of people in the church are world people. Believe that I would love to see a more frontal approach from our spiritual leaders, and I'm not saying our religious leaders, because I don't believe in religion. I believe in spirituality. You know, go to the streets, go to the blocks and spread bring the good message.
Exactly. Look at when we had that problem with the Ginger Crew
with
and gangs in Grenville. What did it take for it to go away?
The pastors.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know we have guns.
Yeah.
I think we need the pastors to get rid of the guns too, because the police ain't doing that. They're trying.
And
they're trying.
The thing about it, one of the mistakes that we make is that we tend to leave everything up to the police and the authorities.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. That should be the approach. You know, you have to be careful. For example, if I know you have a gun, and you know that I know you have a gun.
And that is something I understand the Commissioner of Police, Commissioner Martin, he did ask people to do that. Yeah, if you know somebody who have illegal gun on the road, tell us, let us know, help us.
Yeah.
And we as a society, we are like, oh, let the police do their job.
Yeah, but the police
as you said, we are our brother's keepers, so we need to help them. They are our keepers.
Yeah.
So we need to help them.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, I've traveled, so crime and violence is nothing new to me, you know. I've been in places where I've seen people shot and killed and so forth. But for my little homeland, Grenada,
I know.
I remember as a youngster growing up, when you hear of a chopping incident or a murder, it was an isolated case.
Exactly.
But it has become now just like the way I sip my coffee, you know?
You understand?
Yeah, so,
it's I don't know, it's really scary. Like I like to walk the road.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I know telling me now, hey, before 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I have to be home. 12 o'clock can't take me outside anymore. Well, I can't wake up all in the morning and do a little walk in a truck until outside get bright.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, it's not like if the crimes are just spread. It seems like it's targeted.
Yeah.
It's targeted because when you hear of these crimes, is because of maybe. I'm not saying there's a stigma of when a crime happen or it's drugs related. Yeah, drugs. I don't want to do that. But the thing it is you can see the trend. It is targeted because these are the people who have been involved in crimes before, and the crimes just keep following them all where they go. Yes, some of them are trying to make a change, but it's still hard to get out of the system. As one of the callers was saying, jobs.
Yeah, unemployment. Unemployment is indeed an issue.
Being a young person and being unemployed is stressful. I'm employed and I'm still stressed. Money worries?
You took the word from my mouth, man. Yeah.
You're working and you still have money worries. Just imagine you not working.
The system.
Exactly.
The system needs to be adjusted. You know, a proper assessment of the population needs to be done. And that's the reason why I sort of like I like some of the approaches that I'm seeing from the new administration. You can, but
inclusion.
One of the concerns I have, a lot of it is futuristic. As a Grenadian people,
we want it now.
Give me
we
now
want
thing.
It now.
so
we have no patience. We have no patience whatsoever.
Mr. Prime Minister and your team, it would be wise to start doing some now projects, some not so long projects, and the real ones that will come to fruition a couple years later. But as a people, we can't wait for those that we can't wait for the. You know, we can't wait for the.
We need the money to turn over now.
That's it.
Basically.
That's it. We can't wait. We can't wait. Nonetheless.
What can we do? We just have to say pray.
All good things come to an end. Yes, continue praying.
Continue praying.
Yeah, continue praying. Like I say, I'm not talking about religion here. I'm talking about spirituality. Spiritual leaders, do your part. Integrate with the population. Go in what is referred to as the slums. Go to the slums. Hear the cry of the people. As a church, see how you can accommodate them. See how you can design programs within the church to assist.
And the thing is, when people hear church, they think you have to go into the building. You don't have to.
No.
You could go and battle and stand there and talk.
Yeah, of course.
They ain't got you nothing.
That is the best place to have a church. Yeah,
exactly.
Of course.
You could never go wrong. You could go down in the limes and Grand Islands. Yeah. Come in St. Andrews. Come Paradise. Come where?
Let me end by this. Besides at home, where else do you find the doctors most? Not in a medical station.
Exactly.
So you have to go where the people are.
Exactly.
Folks, this is where we got to wrap it up. I just impromptu called Nisha on the set this morning, and indeed,
take that call. Let's take that call.
Okay.
Let's take that call.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Regardless of what is done by the police, the ministry, the conference of churches, and all these other organizations in the society, what kind of homes are we coming from? Everybody's coming from a home. And there seems to be no kind of principle teaching or culturalization in every home. And when people pay very little attention to the spirituality, there is no proper way of life, no proper culture. You know, and most of these things they don't see. A lot of Grenadians have the juggling vibes with St. Vincent, and there are few Grenadians who have gone to St. Vincent, and their whereabouts are not known.
Right.
You see, a man wouldn't just come here and just shoot a person he doesn't know.
But remember, we cannot say that too emphatic because we are not. It's not fully confirmed as to the.
I know what I think. You know, I'm familiar with a lot of certain activities, especially in Vincent and Grenada.
Okay. So in essence, you could be of critical significance to the policeman.
I didn't get that.
You could be of some critical assistance to the police.
Well, the police they're doing what they're doing, and the police have a lot of good friends who they don't really interfere with.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
It's a big situation.
All right, caller.
Finally.
All right.
Prayer without works is dead, eh?
That is
Thank
true.
you.
All right, good. Thank you, caller. Nisha, we have to wrap up.
Yes, we have to.
We have to wrap up.
Yeah, we have to.
There's one lady that would call me and say, listen, I wanted to hear the BBC.
Yes,
folks,
yes.
Those of you who participated, thank you very much. Thank you, Nisha, for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And should the good Lord spare our lives, we'll have another one tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.